there's this idea that if you're not fat, then you're not eating enough. And there's this idea that ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਤਲੇ ਹੋ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਝ ਖਾਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਖਾਇਆ ਕਰ, ਇੰਨੇ ਪਰੌਂਠੇ ਖਾ ਲਾ, ਇੰਨੇ ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਖਾ ਲਾ. Overeating in Punjabi culture is a sign of being healthy.
What is happening, people? Hope everyone's doing well. Karan, sat sri akal. Kidan ji? How are you? Lacoste hoodie.
Sat Sri Akal.
Oh, fucking here we go again.
Okay. Two things.
Okay.
Swearing. We're getting your swearing down. Come on. We're doing really well. You made a good
fiddlesticks. Oh, no. I said it wrong.
Do you enjoy swearing? Let's just go into this now.
You know what, Karan? It gives me a release. Emotional release.
Does it? But why do you need the swearing? Why can't you say something else?
Oh, it's nice, man. It's a nice feeling. There's no better feeling than just letting one rip when you swear. It's nice.
Do you think swearing is good or bad, or do you think it's?
I think it's a part of the language that needs to be given its space.
You don't think it's a bad thing?
No. I think it's bad if kids are saying because they don't understand the significance behind what they're saying, and therefore they'll say in an inappropriate circumstance. This is not an inappropriate circumstance. For example, wouldn't necessarily swear at my elders. That's different.
What?
Wouldn't swear in the workplace. That's different. But this is our platform, so it's open season.
I'll be interested to see what you do with the kids and how you introduce swearing
kids
to
is
them.
different because you got to be able to temper that a little bit.
As in, I want to see how you introduce the concept to them.
I found that difficult around
Your niece and nephews.
No, my niece and nephews apparently it's fine, but I don't agree. But then with Sanjay's nephews,
it's okay to swear around them. Is okay.
No, it's just it happens and no one really addresses it. But around Sanjay's nephews, she said to me, "You swear a lot around them." And I'm like, "Oh, I need to stop that." And since then, I've been very cautious about how I speak around them. So I can turn it on and off, but this is just me being my highest, truest, authentic self. Some would say.
No, but you told me you're trying to reduce it. So
I'm trying to reduce it in those circumstances to temper the bad influence on kids. But this isn't YouTube for kids. This is the full.
This isn't YouTube for kids.
This is the full kids YouTube, right? That's what this is.
This is Katappa TV, mate. That's what
it's not Katappa TV. I'll tell you that much, mate. Jesus, that one does got no shut him, and I love it.
He does what he does. Fine. Okay. So there's that. I've called you out on it. You're going to reduce it. Reduce it around me. How about that?
I have reduced it around you. In fairness, let's not chat.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I no longer swear too much in Punjabi around you now.
Yeah. That thing you do.
Thank you.
There's no reason for that. You don't need that at all.
Thank you. Yeah. I told you the reason why I learned it off my sister, but that's gone now. It's fine. I've tempered that.
And that's weird as well because of the word you use.
It is.
Specifically. It's fine. I'm the same with Shindy as well. I get her to reduce swearing as well.
There you
go. And the second thing, Sat Sri Akal. So guys,
we've been over this as well, but okay.
Yeah, I know you can say it. It's fine. I'm just going to get you to say it. That's all.
Okay.
So, ready? 3, 2, 1. Confessions of Brown Monday.
Kick it off, geez.
I've done it. So, Shindy said to me, this isn't a confession, but she said, "Oh, sometimes when you experiment with the singing Brown Monday," she goes, "Don't do that." That was the feedback. She goes, "Do the original. I like the original. I think people will, become consistent with the original. So when you eventually do it with a live audience, you can put the mic out and everyone will know. Because if you have 100 different versions, everyone's going to sing their own version and then it will just sound like a Billy, not having fun." So,
it doesn't really matter though. I mean, whatever makes your heart sing, Doctor,
I do like the original though. It has like a jingle effect to it. It's like it goes really high. It's like a sun, like up and down. Confessions of Brown Monday. It's like it could be at the start of an episode. The start of Friends. And then it goes into the episode and they just start talking. You know what I mean? You know that thing they have that,
You think you're a jingle. Okay, mate.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing, isn't it? It becomes like the thing that we do.
Yes.
And you and HP. Later
HP,
on.
yes.
Hanji buddy.
Yes.
You know what's funny is when you do that noise.
I remember once when you were at the flat the other day. We're not even on the topic yet. Let's just carry on though. Yeah. When you stayed the night here and I woke up the next morning, I was making this sound in the morning, and you said, "What the hell is that noise?" I said,
"Oh, I thought it was the fan or something." Is it that?
No, yeah, and it was me. It was me just like getting my voice ready for the morning. And you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I do this in the morning to just warm my vocal cords up."
Because you're some sort of vocal artist, and
no, I don't like the What's the word? The stuff that's in your throat. What's the word in Punjabi? Is it Resham? Huh? What is it?
Mate, Resham's my mate from uni.
No, it's not Resham. What is it? Resha or something?
Resha. No, you said
Resha. There you go. Resha. Resha. Same thing. Yeah.
No, Resha. I introduced my friend Resha, man. He was the. So uni.
I know a guy called Resham as well. So I was like, am I saying this
Did
right?
you?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it's definitely Resham. We had a jatha at uni.
Group. Jata. Group. Yeah.
Kirtan jatha. We were called.
Please tell me you had a badass name.
No, it wasn't badass.
Like the Warsaw Warriors.
NJ.
What? Nachi Giovanni?
No. It was Nimrta Jatha. That was the name.
Oh, okay.
Humble. Nimrta means just humility, right? Yeah, obviously not ready to bunga.
Clearly,
man.
you're not.
Not everything's
Clearly,
ready to
you're not
bunga.
being very humility-minded if you're giving yourself the name humility.
I didn't say it was a good name. I didn't say it was a good name.
Cool.
I just said
just
that's what it
checking. I'm
was.
just checking, right?
Right. So there was me. There was our Jathidar. You know what Jathidar means?
Jatadar is group leader.
Yeah. that's
You're
the
acting
head.
like I haven't been to Sikh camp, Karan.
Good
and I got
man.
this.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
from Jata 1. I'm from Jata 2. I'm from Jata 3. And then at the end of it, you have this mad 4-day extravaganza. And then on the last day, you all sit in the Darbar Sahib. And when you're there, they'll do this stupid competition, which is, Acha, you're going to stand up and we're going to vote on who's been the best behaved, aka whose child do we like the most because we know their parents. So you stand up and you say, hi, my name's Mama. I'm from Jatawan. Hi, my name's Mama. I'm from Jatatu. And that went on for half an hour. And then they're sitting there like ranking the kids on popularity. They're like,
That's it.
that one there is X, Y, and Z spot.
ਖੇੜਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ 500 ਇੱਕ ਪਾਉਂਡ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਬਿਲਡਿੰਗ ਫੰਡ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ
I don't think Dad would do any of that because he was on the committee.
ਖੇੜਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ 500 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਜੋੜੀ ਕਰ ਲਏ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਇਹਦਾ ਛੋਟੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ ਸੀ ਲਾਸਟ
on the
ਰੈਂਕਿੰਗ ਇਨ ਦ ਵੀਰ ਨੂੰ that
Him
doesn't
and Mum,
surprise me.
both on the committee. Good times.
Oh yes, joint dance, here we go. CSK.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know your mum needs a nickname now as well? I've just realised.
Mum is Mum. That's it. Nothing more. Mum is Mum.
Could she be the Usly CSK?
No, Mum is Mum.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm not giving Mum a nickname.
She is the Don.
No.
Don. She's Don.
Mum is Mum. Mum is
But
Mum.
your mum is the Don. Mum Don.
No.
She is the Don. You got to admit she's the Don.
Dad is, man. We've all been over this.
I think your mum has the power though.
Of course she does. But
Well,
Dad's
that's what I'm
still
saying,
Dad's the main guy, isn't it?
He's the face, right? He's the face. But I think
Are
your
you
mum
saying
is
the mums are brains?
Is that not the case for all mums and dads? He's like, kuch chahida, mummy, menu help chahida. You go to your dad. Daddy, menu help chahida. Mummy ko puchla. Daddy, mummy ne puchla. Daddy, mummy ne puchla. That's
And then
what it
it's
is, isn't it?
Daddy, my car's broken. Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, menu. I know. Te apne chachi nu puchla tu.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one as well.
Oh man. We digress. What
Tell me your
just
confession,
before-
bro.
No, but let me just round this out. What were we talking about just before this?
I don't know, man. Oh, Jatha.
Yeah. So Resham was the Jathidar of our Jatha.
Acha.
And the other two members you actually know as well. There was Teg and Kartar.
Oh, nice.
That was our Jatha, man. It was actually quite surreal. There was a time at UOB when it was snowing, right? So we did, we're in the guild, we did Kirtan in the snow, as in inside, but looking out was proper,
Okay, I thought you were like literally sitting outside in the snow.
Proper Hogwarts feeling though, yeah, because you're in the guild and UOB's like nice and snow area and we're doing Simran and stuff. And then immediately after that, we had Bhangra practice. So we went from 6 IT and then we went downstairs and now time for Bhangra practice. That was a long evening, man. Very
Sounds it. Jesus.
Does man. So good vibes. Okay, so confession / rant this week is about this concept that we have in, I don't know if it's just Punjabi culture mentality, and guys, I'm going to put it out there to you if it is in other kind of Asian cultures as well. When kids are young, okay, at the point, where they can kind of, speak and converse with you, kind of like your nieces and nephews. And this extends all the way kind of into their 20s, probably until they get married. There's this idea that if you're not fat, then you're not eating enough. And there's this idea that then, I'm not going to say you're diseased, but do you know what I mean? There's this thing about tu kuch khanda nahi, khaya kar. And there's this idea in paronte khala, in rotiyan khala. This idea that we should just keep eating and eating and eating because that's a sign of being healthy. Overeating in Punjabi culture is a sign of being healthy. Why is that?
I find it weird. I don't like it personally. I'd rather it be a good, healthy balance between it all. But then, do you think it's because back in the day when everyone was eating that much, it was the men were eating that much, so they had the energy to go and do all the kheti work that was coming in the day. So therefore, they were out and about all day. They ate so much, they needed the energy, and they burnt it off. So therefore,
which is proportional, isn't it? Yeah.
Therefore, the size of them was probably misjudged. It wasn't just their did was big. It was like, no, they had actual muscle elsewhere, but they assessed it on how tight the t-shirt was around the did, which isn't correct at all. And that thought process is just transferred over to the UK, or Canada or US, wherever, where we're doing desk jobs or lorry jobs, and it's not the same.
Wow. And I feel like, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਡੈਸਕ ਵਾਲੇ ਜੌਬ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋੜੀ ਚਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, that's it.
Massive difference between kheti work all day, man. It's not the same.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And yeah, exactly that. But so where's the kind of, the light bulb that switches on, which is like, okay, so we're not moving as much because our work is different. Great. And here's the question, right? So if we ask the question about have we made taraqi, taraqi means progress, right? Which you obviously know. Have we made progress?
Yes.
In the sense of, okay, now we're doing desk jobs. Is that a good thing?
Hang on, whoa. Are you talking about progress in terms of how we handle the weight, or progress in terms of work?
Work, as in, yeah, exactly. I'm going to leave it like really, really open at this point, though. So, have we made progress? By the fact
I'd say yes.
That we're not moving around.
Of course we have. We've made a lot of progress because doing that nature of work was risky, and it was biased towards using your physical strength, not mental strength. Mental strength is where it's at. Because let's be honest, people who are the greatest leaders of all time aren't the ones that are on the front lines. They're the ones sitting behind telling you what to do. And they have the vision for it. So you have to have foresight to be able to do that. If you just look and keep doing the grunge work all day of what it is to be on a farm, I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. It's very respectable and it's incredibly hard work. But what I'm saying is if you're just constantly thinking that, all you know is that you're not thinking beyond your thought patterns or what you know. So you kind of have to broaden yourself out, and the only way you do that is by being with other different individuals that are going to give you a different perspective or a different take, or challenge you on some things in the way you do things.
Okay. Agree with all your points there. So we've made progress in one sense. So then this other sense, health perspective, what do we do? How do we get people to move?
I think you need to educate them because you've got the way with words.
You want me to motivate them?
No, I mean, you should be able to keep them in check and say, the way that you're doing things, X, Y, Z is not right. And you can communicate that in a funny but Punjabi way that people will listen. Big difference maker.
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਖਾ ਲਿਆ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ dead ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ. That's it.
Switch off ho jana.
Yeah. No. It's coming later. Stop it.
Okay.
Noti na kar. You're such an asshole, aren't you? Why are you doing this?
You said it weeks ago. I've been waiting for you to say it.
And it's on the sheet, man, for a reason.
All right.
Salia. Someone said to me at work this week, they said they're watching one of the reels. I think it was is that the macroaggression of Tarkala beans? And they were like, you say Salia a lot to Indy. And
that was in one episode. I think you had a Salia count of about 6. It was quite wild.
Yeah. But I was like, I really enjoy using that word. Not specifically to you, but I think it's quite funny. I think it adds a bit of a...
What does it actually mean?
I actually don't know.
I thought it's the closest thing to like idiot.
Shit. Little shit. Yeah, it's probably one of those. But the marsh is, I think, idiot. Like technically, Salah Badamash. But they see.
I thought it's Pagal.
Pagal's crazy.
Or stupid.
Crazy.
Okay.
Like in all songs, mein pagal ho gaya tere pyar. This is not a song. I just made it up. But pagal is using dil to pagal hai, dil deewana hai. Right. So pagal is crazy, but not. It's like good crazy. But I think that's the Hindi that the songs will put a slant on it to make it good crazy. But the Marsh Salia. Anyway. So we need to work out this medium where, chalo, we're going to do these office type jobs, and I agree with everything you said there, but we need to move more or we need to eat less. Ideally, we need to do both. And get away from this concept. Don't eat until you're full. Who is telling us that? That is completely galta cheez. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੂੰ full ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਉਲਟੀਆਂ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਤੂੰ Tell us.
I have the answer.
You have the answer.
For why we eat until we're full. Because you're told that as a kid. Eat until you're full. And then you tend to leave half of it and then you dip. But you learn that as like, that's when I know that I'm full then. And then the taller you get, the bigger you get. You carry that same mentality later in life, then you might develop some kind of eating problem. Where you don't eat enough or you eat too much.
Exactly. The Japanese have this concept of eating till 4/5 full. 80% full. Now, obviously, then the logical question is, well, how do you know when you're 4/5 full? Well, it obviously takes a bit of practice. But my dad actively practices this. So it's not that he doesn't leave like roti or dal, let's say. It's not like he's stopping at 80%. He just, as the amount he puts in is what is that much. And he's never full. But again, we need to get away from this concept of eating till you're full. Being healthy is being fat. Absolutely not. We need to move more. And immigrants especially, man, like, so the other thing, I think this came up when we were with the Cloud 9000 boys, when we were outside just talking about how when Punjabi people migrated here or have migrated here and they're setting up, how do we get them to integrate in terms of go for walks in the park, go to the gym, lift weights, swimming karya karo. How do we do that? Right? That's the challenge. What do you do with what do you say to your parents?
So my dad's not very mobile, but he used to swim. He used to really enjoy swimming.
Nice.
My mum, she used to go for a lot of walks. She hurt her knee a while ago, so she kind of stopped that. But then she took up swimming because she didn't know how to swim. And she's also got a buddy, so she's got a friend.
A buddy.
She's got a buddy. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a friend that she does exercise with. So they do yoga, they do swimming, they do like Bhangra classes, like all that stuff. Wow. Yeah. It's obviously like old Bhangra classes and stuff, but it's like cool. It just it keeps you moving for like an hour.
Movement, isn't it? Exactly, movement. It's
good. So I thought, mum, like keep on doing that, and it's just a sense of. I feel like with the elder generation, it's a sense of community. If your community is doing it, you're going to do it.
So exactly that, my friend. And I think when I have some headspace, I think one of the kind of health promotion angle campaigns I want to champion from a Gurdwara perspective is let's have a discussion about what langar is and what langar should be. Okay, so I think I've said it on the podcast before. Langar is not a 5-star menu. It shouldn't be that. You look at kind of going back. What was langar? It's food for everybody, so we know the concept and the quality in that reason. But the actual what it actually was simple. Prashada, ik dal, ik sabji,
feed everyone. Dahi.
Right? And exactly. It feeds everyone. And it's not. But now there's so much choice. No, I don't want that, and I'll have that. But I have pakode samosa, kheer and barfi in the kheer, and then I have some sweets as well. And there's pizza today. I'll have pizza, chips and beans, and then ketchup, loads of ketchup in the thal. And I have 2 thals like this, right?
Oh, and you're making me hungry. I've just eaten, man. Leave me alone.
But when did it become that? Okay, I get it. Special occasion, Gurpur, that kind of thing. Absolutely fine, right? But we need our community to be a bit more conscious about this idea. And I tell people this as straight and direct as I can. Food equals medicine. Food is medicine. Okay. You think about it. You think about something like a cigarette, right? So we know that nicotine is carcinogenic, cancer causing. But if you smoke one cigarette, you're not going to get cancer. So it takes repeated exposure to that. Now, you think about your lifetime. You're having 3 meals a day, every day. Let's say average, right? So this is something you're putting into your body for long periods, your whole life, basically. That's repeated exposure. A lot of disease is going to come from what you put in there. Become more mindful about what you're putting in there. That's number 1. Number 2, go on, Indy, you want to come in?
I do, and I feel like I'm going to forget this point, but I want you to finish number 1 and 2 because it gets jarring for listeners. So please tell number 1 and 2 and 3 in order.
I don't know if there is number 3. Number 2 is, look, in the 1940s, 1950s, there was a big kind of, let's call it what it is. There's a big conspiracy, right? The sugar companies basically paid off marketing companies and said, let's tell everybody the fat is bad. And then we had this whole revolution about statins, LDL, HDL, da. And sugar then was like, oh yeah, mitiji, num, right? And now we know that sugar is just evil, man. It's just evil. Like, that's why I tell people. I was like, mitha kat khaya karo. Really simply. And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, look, cha de vich no chini. No chini, please. Okay.
Yeah, but
Cereals-
have you tried
Yeah,
Desi jar without sugar? It's
Yeah, bro, we
disgusting.
have it. It's fine. But again, no, it's not
I don't
disgusting.
like
this,
it, man.
this no here. Listen to my point here. It's in the same way that if you grow a vegetable in your garden or something from your garden and you eat it, first you're like. The thing is, you're conditioned to what you've either bought or the way you've had something before. So in the same way you enjoy desi char, which I'm happy that you drink because you don't have the other thing, Dr. Beans. Shout out to your sister though for coming out and calling out your bullshit, right?
It's been a while since she had torca beans at the house, so excuse my mishap there. But I can
Is it a
solemnly
comeback to
swear,
the comeback?
I
Is
can
it-
solemnly swear,
I'm up to no
solemnly
good.
swear that my brother does not like torca beans. Okay.
All right. You and Bal are exempt then, right? Although the listeners haven't taken to that kindly, have they? Indy.
I found
Got
some
one.
of my people.
You got did you? Oh, okay, 102. It's fine.
Thank you. Thank you.
One or
That's all
two.
I need. That's all I need.
That's all you need. What was my point number 2? Yeah, so sugar. Reducing so you're conditioned to the taste of what you've had, and in the same way you can condition yourself to something else. It takes you gotta be intentional about it. And look, one of the best things the food industry has done is when you buy something, just literally look at that color coding on the front.
No one likes looking at that. People overlook that.
I know, but they should. A can of Coke, 36 grams of sugar. 36 grams of sugar, man. I think I told you this when we met before. 36 grams of sugar is your consumption of sugar for 2 weeks for a human adult male. 2 hafte. Ik kantje. Ik kantje. It's not Coke, guys. It's just Barney, okay? This is like that moment when you remember Ronaldo? Aqua.
Yeah. Drink water.
Aqua. I was like, yes, Ronaldo. Oh, man. And he tanked the sales.
And then it bounced back.
So that's that one thing. So what are we having in Alangar? And then this other idea, like you said, is just move. And if you need accountability, and that's exactly what your mum has done, building the accountability. Because no one else is going to do it, right? And this idea, Jalo Sarkali, fine, it's not better than nothing. You got to move. But if your heart rate isn't going up, if you want the cardiovascular benefit, i.e. you want to reduce the if you want to reduce the rate at which the narrowing is happening in your arteries, atherosclerosis, which is the precursor to having a heart attack, okay, you got to move properly. You got to increase your heart rate. And so those are simple things. Don't eat till you're full. Be intentional about what you eat and just reduce that sugar out and move. This confession has become also like Indy. We haven't done a while. What's the name of the segment?
Chronicles?
That's the one, buddy. Check karta si tenu yaad hai. Very good. It's been a long day, my friend.
Let me add my point, which
I do.
is I wish people would just do a calorie counter and they would put their weight and their height into a calorie counter calculator or whatever the hell you call it. And you put it in,
Tracker.
and it tells you the amount of calories you need to consume on a daily basis just to be at rest. That's it. And just keep that as a standard amount. But we don't do that as Desi people. It's like, no. You eat whatever's given to you. Do you know how hard it is to track roti, langar? It's opaque. You cannot do it.
True. So the way Jamie gets around this is, with langar, you're not having it every single day. It's going to be once in a week.
It depends. Okay, if you think of the most overweight and out of shape parts of our community, a lot of it are people who live in the Gurdwara. They don't look after
So you're
themselves
talking
in
about
the best
the
way
daily
possible.
consumers.
I'm talking about people who just have that on a daily basis, or even just have roti on a daily basis, where it's roti, dal, sabji, whatever. The rotiya is where the calories add up quickly.
The caveat to what I will say
and the
here
carbs add up very quickly, and having too much of that, carbs aren't satiating. It doesn't. You can eat.
Explain what that means.
It means you never feel full after eating them. You can
Right.
eat a whole plate of chips, but you can't eat a whole plate of chicken. There's a reason why. Because
Protein.
one is higher in satiety than the other. And
Now,
that's
this is a
therefore,
really big point, guys.
yeah.
The whole game, and this is especially important when you're losing weight, and you say if you're cutting at the gym, right? Is the whole game is how can I stay full? How can I have low calorie food but consume high volumes? For example, now this is a really good thing that most supermarkets do. When you go in, you would have noticed. Say I go to Aldi a lot. When you go in, the first aisle is what? Fruit and veg. It's fruit and veg for a reason. The veg, generally, everything that's green is going to be good. Things like broccoli and things like that, kale or whatever. Now with fruits, you got to be careful. There are some fruits which are just super high in sugar, but people think, healthy fruit, kind of halal. There's little bullshit about five fruit and veg a day. No. Be careful of what you're putting in your body as well, even, again, from a sugar perspective. If you want to be safe, just stick to berries, man. Berries are always a good shout.
What about bananas or apple?
Yeah, so kelle again very high in sugar, so not more than one a day. But I don't even have that. The main way I use kelle are if I'm doing some sort of sports, much
What
in the
about
way
apple?
tennis. I'm just not an apple fan, but again high in sugar.
I
So
like
my
them both.
daily consumption of fruit is a mix of. This is something I do prep at the end of the week. Is one box of strawberries, one box of blackberries, blueberries, and some raspberries if I'm feeling a bit lucky.
Mm,
That's it, and then just a portion of that every single day.
I see that.
That way I get my berries in.
Okay.
There's no, but again, look, we know this. Everything in moderation, right?
But
just
trying
move.
to track all of those things on a calculator, even for someone like me or you who uses MyFitnessPal, you can't put it incorrectly because the amount of density of roti is so subjective. The amount of density of dal is subjective. Like it's not easy.
Okay. But here's my next point about the dal roti sabji, right? So I'll take case study my granny here. Granny is more than so granny being daddy, guys, by the way. For growing up, we call her granny, which other people outside the family find really weird. But it's just
I find it weird. I'm not gonna lie. You're one of the most Desi
yeah.
people I know, and you call your
Yeah,
grandma
yeah.
granny.
Granny,
I'm like,
granny.
huh?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not nani or daddy.
No, it's not. It's just
Or Bibi?
yeah, it's one of no, definitely not Bibi. Bibi is a term to denote that somebody is very old and frail and crumbling. So we don't use that term.
I called my mum and dad. Sorry, I called my dad's parents that.
Yeah. So, but why would you
Bibi
call
and
them daddy
Papa.
then? We've talked about this before. I mean, yeah, because it
No, we
always
haven't.
seems to be we
It
have
was-
Baba, Bibi, and Daddy, Nani. We talked about it
No,
before, a
it
long
was
time ago.
Papa and Bibi. It wasn't
Yeah.
Baba. Yeah.
But I'm saying other people will use Baba. Baba is common. Baba is never used for Nana. Why? Never is it? It's
No.
always Nana Nani, and then you have either Dada Dadi, Baba Bibi, or your version.
Yeah.
But the right term would be Dada Dadi is the actual relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Granny Dadi lives in an era which is pre when McDonald's, KFC, and everything went boom, right? So majority of her diet, remember, food is medicine, is kardi roti. Doesn't eat a lot of it, maybe one prashada. But guys, if you're gonna have dal rotis in that kind of roti, dal sabji, all these things, make it at home and eat it. That is just there is no better diet than that, man. I'm telling you. These people are living the bend more than 100. Part of what you said earlier about they're doing the kheti, it's a lot of movement, and they're eating stuff they make at home, and they're growing the stuff themselves. That's not rocket science, man. It's just, but obviously we live in an age of convenience, and we're trying to do lots of different things, and we jam pack our days, so it's like, have I got the time to do these things? But yeah, that would be my health promotion. So, being overweight is not healthy. Let's get this out of our society, out of our culture. Build accountability, meet your friends. And instead of just, let's go Charlie, let's go and eat, out, whatever. Karlo, you can do that, but do some exercise first. Play a game of badminton, go to yoga, go swimming, do something. And then after, have a social.
Have a social.
Have a social.
Okay.
Challenge
Fair.
it.
Good job. Good job as a doctor there. Very proud. of
You're
you.
like, good job. Good job.
job. You did the good job. Good job.
Yeah, buddy.
So mine is I did the half a marathon in much pain, but I did it with Sanj, with my wife.
You did.
Hence why this comes under Confessions of a Married Man, because it is about me and my wifey, or being a married bunda. Take note, doctor. Anyway, so
Okay, let's just caveat that because you just want to call me out. I have nothing to complain about. So
I'm not complaining. This is a caveated story.
You're absolutely complaining. I can either bring no story, or I can make up something to complain about Shindy or being married. But there is nothing. But I have other complaints, which as a married man, I'm noticing. That's it. That's the stretch. That's the reach. Yeah, go on. So
Okay.
you did a night walk. You raised lots of money. You're in lots of pain. Tell us.
We
why.
actually, so Sanj, a lot of it was Sanj. I'm not taking any credit for this. Together, we
Damn
raised
right.
about
Damn right.
$1.5 grand.
So Sanj raised $1.5 grand. Indy raised a pound.
She raised about £1,200.
Good lad.
Yeah, so it was really good. It was tough. So remember how I went up Mount Bator many episodes ago in my barefoot shoes?
Yes.
I thought, let's try this again, baby, because I ain't gonna have a problem. It's flat footing, flat surface, easy
And
problems.
It's roads, yeah.
It's roads. What's
it's
the worst that
proper-
can happen?
Yeah, it's proper roads. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it'll
okay.
be fine. Like it's flat.
Yeah.
There's no problems there.
And give us the distance. It's a full marathon or half marathon?
Half marathon, so it was 13 point something miles.
Okay.
Reality is it totaled up to about 15 because from the walk from the bus stop into the park, and then when you walk into the park to finish, then all the way back out, that adds another 1.5 miles on.
Right.
So I thought, okay, cool. So I wore my barefoots. I didn't have my Vans in my bag. I thought I'll be fine. Yeah. Start the whole thing off about 8:30 in the evening, walking along fine, no problems.
What did you guys do for nutrition? Or roti or whatever, or dinner? Or
we ate at home. Yeah.
Yeah. So before.
Yeah. We ate like our normal
during?
food at home. During, obviously, Sandra's diabetic, so she needs her sugar stuff. So we had various amounts of chocolate. We had various amounts of things just to keep her sugar from going low.
Yes.
I didn't have anything, but yeah, sorry, carry on.
Caveat just to the previous, what we said about sugar being evil. In scenarios where you're diabetic and also require sugar, absolutely fine. If your sugar is low, very dangerous, okay? So just put that out there. Je thonu chahida, je tusi diabetic ho, tusi sugar khaya karo, okay? Right, let's move
Type 2 diabetic does not count, okay? Type 1 counts. Thank you.
That's a touchy subject. Remember type 2
is self-inflicted, I'm just saying.
Oh my god, Indy, tu kedi gal kehti?
Oh no. Oh no.
Self-inflicted.
Oh, no.
You in a hospital be like, it's your fault.
It's your fault. There's a reason why your body isn't producing insulin. It ain't because your pancreas stopped. It's because you fucked it up, all right? There you go. That's why.
Yes.
Anyway, going back to the point. Whew, I feel good now after saying that.
You feel good, yeah. But
anyway, so going back to the point, we did the walk. Mile 6 or 7, my feet are low-key starting to hurt. And I wasn't trying to say it to Sanj. So I was like, oh, if I say this, she's not going to let me live it down.
Right.
She's going to want me to say that she's right. I'm wrong. I should have bought the Vans in the backpack. No.
Did she say that though?
She said, pack the Vans. Pack the Vans. I said, okay. I didn't pack the Vans.
But the reason you didn't was because?
I thought, okay, the reason why I had to change out of my barefoots on the walk up Mount Batur is because the pressure on my calves walking uphill for that long was unbearable. Yeah. So I thought, if I'm flat, I got no problems. I'm not going to get calf pain. I'll be all right.
What was the downside to packing them? That's what I'm trying to understand. I
Additional
understand
weight, backpack. I didn't want to have to carry a backpack. I don't want to have to carry anything, personally.
You had your little man bag, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it. I had a little man bag. That's it. Nothing else.
Got it. So had you had to carry the trains, it would have been a proper backpack. So that was the reason.
Yeah, and I didn't really want to carry a backpack either. So I thought
you're very confident. Now tell us about the pain. What is the pain? Is this like a cramp-like pain you've got, or?
It's the closest thing that I can give a description to having plantar fasciitis.
Yeah. Okay. I got exactly. That's a stitch-like pain. It's horrible.
It's like the bottom of your feet is pulling in both directions.
Yeah.
And it's like something's jabbing a needle into the bottom.
And when you plant, when you locomotion, guys, when you walk, so your heel goes down and then you plant. Every time when you get plantar, you feel it. It's every step. You're feeling that kind of.
But as you walk, you should never strike heel first. You should strike midfoot and then the rest of your foot through. Your heel should just be a part of touching the floor.
So how do you do plant? You go like this?
No. So as you walk, imagine this is the surface and this is me. Yeah. You walk and your middle of the foot goes down like that.
Gotcha.
That's how you're supposed to walk. You're supposed to hit the middle of the floor and then walk. That way you're building up on the arches in your feet, etc. And you push through your toes. Your heel is not meant to hit it. If your heel starts hitting the floor, you've got problems because you're causing shock in the wrong places. So mile 6, I'm starting to feel it. Mile 7, it starts getting worse. Mile 8, I'm like, this is bad. I mean bad. Now, there were pit stops along the way. And these pit stops, as we were starting off, I said to Sanj, I said, I don't need to carry anything. Like, I don't need water. I got a little bit. I'll be fine. But if I do, they'll have like pit stops along the way, like, Barney snacks, etc.
Indy.
And she said, Indy, this is not a nugget eating. They don't have these little pit stops on the side for you like that. And I thought,
this is not a nugget eating. All right, two things there. Two things. One, great analogy.
Great analogy.
Great, like spot on. Like I think this deserves its own little tangent here. Growing up when you were a kid, right, and it's nugget eating day. Obviously, there's everything related to this, the Sikhi and the Sakhi and the Panjapyare. But when you're in the procession, right, and
you're eyeing up all the snacks you can get.
Oh my God. Like, it's just people come and they have tangy toms and you get
Toms,
sweets and you get these drinks. And so we were on the hosting houses. We were the main midpoint stop. But we didn't do the fun stuff. So our job was cha with chini, samosa, jalebi offshoots. So we used to have these brown bags and we distribute it. But the guys opposite us, the Samaras, right? They were like not there. They were just there. They had the fun stuff.
Wait,
So,
which Samaras?
let's
The
go.
ones that we know?
Which one's the Enos, sorry? Which one?
You know the
Sorry,
one.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay, in which case, no, it's not the person. I'll tell you off air.
All right, fine. So yeah, they would have the fun stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my seva here, give it to the congregation, then I'm gonna go and get that. And then obviously you moved house, so then it was no longer a house. So obviously being here. So subsequently Nagar Kirtans, then yeah, that is it's the one, man.
Great
You just
analogy.
you get so much, man. And the thing is, because free, what happens is you don't say no in it.
No,
This is
you're
a
like,
great
yes,
example.
Yes.
This is a
yes.
great example. Yeah, we you just fall. You're like, yeah, free the can't. Because then you know you're gonna get back to Gurdwara and then you have langar there, but you fall
Yeah.
by the time you get back.
Yeah.
So, and number two, mate, come on. You are friends with me, who's a prepper. We talk about this all the time. Why would you know? I don't need pani. What? Like, okay, fine, you don't want to carry vans, confident. Why would you not carry pani?
I did carry it, but I said if I needed more, there'll be pit stops along the way to get some, surely. Right? And
Right.
she said, you're thinking Nugget Keith then. I said, no, I'm thinking all the bloody films I've seen where people are running through and they have little stands of Barney and you grab one, pour it all over your face, and you carry on walking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what
And
you
she's like,
thought.
they're not going to have that. I said, all right, fine, bet, guarantee they will.
Right.
They did. They had 2 pit stops that were full pit stops where you can stop, go to the toilet, and you can pick up your stuff and carry on. You can fill up your water and you can pick up these little snacks. The snacks they had were, what was it? What's the thing that kids have?
Fruit shoot.
No,
Not fruit
it's like
shoot,
a
the-
little round
Fruit.
thing.
No?
No,
Babyville.
fuck no. It really
round thing,
fucked me
just-
off, man.
Describe it. Cheese, chocolate, sweet. What is it?
It's a sweet pack. You have it. It's not called
Yeah.
sorbet, but it sounds like sorbet. So something. Fuck, people
shots.
are screaming
Solero.
into their headphones right now.
Solero?
No. What's it called?
Describe it, man. What is it? Bits?
I
Or
just
is it
did
like-
describe it. Essentially,
didn't,
it's
you
a,
didn't.
it's
Go on.
okay. It's a small little tube like this. It's
Yeah.
something you bite into and have it and eat it. You give it to kids when they're little. It's like what's the word? It's like battered meatloaf. It's not meatloaf, but you know what I mean.
Salami.
No, sorbet. It's not sorbet.
Sorbet's ice cream, man. Well,
It's gonna
not ice
fucking
cream.
kill me.
Yeah.
It's my wife home. You know, generally, I'm gonna go and ask her. Wait
go.
there. It's gonna piss me off. Wait there.
All right, Indy's gone, guys. So it's just us now. So whatever you think about Indy, guys, you should definitely comment and let us know. There's a question we've wanted to ask for a while. Do you watch this podcast because of me or because of Indy?
I already
Let
wrote
us
this
know.
in Spotify. Don't be a little snake. I can hear everything you're saying.
I know,
She
you're
isn't
on
home.
AirPods. Huh? Padjigi?
She isn't home yet.
Oh my god!
She's gone for a walk. It will come to me later. I'm
She's
sure.
gone to a cheeky
right?
little marathon, cheeky little half marathon. right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
so you had these little things and you would eat them
Right.
and they were horrible. It was like this apple flavored one. I thought this sucks. So you go for a walk again. You get to the second pit stop. The second pit stop is okay, but there's nothing special there. And of the special things that were there, they had hazelnuts in it and stuff. I thought this sucks.
Game over, mate. Game over.
Really sucks. Now, shout out to Sandra's family. She has a mussy and she has a couple of nieces who came to greet us along the way, like at pit stops, and they gave us a lift home afterwards. So they were stopping by and giving us little snacks and stuff. And they were
who
giving
does that,
us
man?
loads of things, which
Who
is
does
really
that?
nice
No
of them,
one
man. They
does-
didn't
no
have to
one
do
does
that. Yeah. Super nice. So I was like, thank you to those guys. They know who they are. I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to get stalked, but you guys know who you are. Thank you very much. Where was I going to have it? Hang on. I wrote something else for this. Where is it?
So you're in pain. You're not prepared.
Yes. Bad idea, man. I shouldn't have done
And
it.
you know when you looked at Sanj in this pain,
Yes.
show me her face. So she's walking.
She
Show
was
me her
struggling too, man. By like mile 10, her hamstring had gone completely. She's like, I can't feel my hamstring.
Okay.
So she was in pain too.
So did you wait for her to complain, then you complained? Is that what
No,
you did?
I was like, I'm feeling it now. Like, this is hurting. And she said, yeah, I'm feeling it a bit too. So it was a mutual kind of agreement. So
good
it comes to
indeed.
like, we didn't see mile 10. As we were at mile 9, you keep walking and we're thinking, haven't seen 10. And all of a sudden you see 11. You're like, yes, We missed
It's
one.
gone.
Get in. Keep
We
going.
missed one.
Keep going.
Nearly there.
Nearly there. Nearly there. And the bottom of my feet was just gone. Like I was walking and every step
Just-
was hurting me. No, it
Just like
wasn't
this,
that. I was still trying to walk properly, but all parts of my feet were hurting at the bottom. And when that starts going, everything else around you starts going. Like your back starts hurting, your hips start hurting. You're like, okay, this isn't good. But carried on through, plowed on through, like it
This
isn't.
isn't good.
This isn't good. And you don't want to stop because if you stop at like a traffic lights to cross, it's hard to get going again.
Momentum gone. Yeah.
So you just keep going. You keep walking. Or if there's a red light coming or green light coming, I'd walk slower just so that my legs wouldn't stop moving. And then I pick up the pace again and keep going.
Yes.
So we did it in 4 hours, 40 minutes and 41 seconds. Got in at 1:15 in the morning.
Okay. Did you find that people were competitive in this or not?
Yes, of course there were.
Like,
Loads of people
did you see-
competitive way ahead, blasting
Do
through.
you see like doing
Hmm?
power walkers? You know, doing the whole.
I didn't see power walkers, but I saw people really go for it towards the end. Also, I know how people feel. I know how women feel to be catcalled now. It's a bit uncomfortable. So we were walking along, and because there's a bunch of us all wearing the same t-shirt and stuff, there were just guys going past in like Bentleys in central London, shouting out, "What are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening?" All this stuff.
What's happening,
And I think-
doctor?
Yeah, and I'm thinking, are they here to get the number or are they here to find out what we're actually doing? And the girls weren't comfortable saying anything back. So I just said, it's for cancer research. And they're like, oh, safe. And then they drove off. So I was like, okay, did they do that because I
right in the
answered?
bud, Indy?
Is it because I answered and they were uninterested? Or
you
is
said
it because
cancer
they wanted
research.
to answer from the girls? But I was like, this is uncomfortable because you're walking and they're in a car. I was like, nah, this ain't it.
All
This ain't it.
right, Indy. That's it.
Yeah.
Fight
So-
for women's rights here.
Not cool.
What was
Not
that
even
new-
fights
what-
back from
what-
rights. It's just
What was that word you learned in Cards Against Humanity? The suffragette movement. Oh yes.
the
Indy was
suffragette
like,
movement.
don't you remember? You're like, what is that? What's
What is
that?
that?
We taught you this, Indy. Me and
I
Sam.
forgot already, bro. Tell me again.
So in England, the movement that women
Ah.
led to get the vote,
Yeah.
which was
Oh.
quite bloody at the start. So quite
Oh,
famously,
shit.
Emily Pankhurst came under. She was protesting at the King's horse show, and
Yeah.
she got trapped, and the horse trampled her to death.
Acha.
She was one of the first martyrs of
Jesus.
that movement. So the suffragette movement. So obviously things we know now that women can vote and they have the right to vote wasn't a thing, man, before. So
There you go. So now I know.
Indy learned that, guys, in Cards Against Humanity.
I did. I
Great
learned that
things
in
to be learned in
probably-
that game. Yeah.
I learned that
Very,
in probably
very
the most morbid way
weird.
possible, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah. I think
So
you played
as
the
we
card as well. Go on.
as we finished the
Oh.
marathon,
Right.
Sanj then says to me, "Should we do a full one next time?" I'm like, "Woman, I've barely crossed the line. I've got the medal. I want to get in the car and go home. And now
Minimum
you're
medal.
asking me, let's
That is
do
the
another
phrase.
one,
Say it.
but
Say,
longer."
it. Say that phrase. That's what you got to say. That's the
Ki.
perfect time to say. Menu marande.
Do you want to kill me?
No, let me die. That's what it means. you know, like when you're so tight, like menu marande.
Genuinely, it felt like that.
I think she was what's the word? Hysteric.
No, bro, she was being serious. She keeps saying like, "Let's do another one. Let's do another one." I'm like, "Geezer, chill."
Remember,
Chill.
Indy, it's not going to be till next year. So we stressed about.
No, that's
it's
not the
like
point.
Next week.
She said, "I want to do a full one, only a walk,
Yeah.
full marathon walk for like before we're 40." I said, "Okay, we can think about it." I said, "But ask me afterwards." This is like when you've done a bungalow competition and you're like, "Okay, I've done it," and everyone's like, "Let's do another one." I'm like, "Geezer, I've just
Yeah.
finished the last
No,
one. Can
we
you
always say
relax?"
We
Can
always
you
say,
relax?
yeah, let's do it. That's the best time
don't.
to say it.
No, you
Listen, when you're off stage pre-placings and you're back, yeah, man, I can do it. No, let's
No,
do
I'm
live.
not on about
You're
that.
pumped.
I'm on about
you're
like after
The next
the
day.
comp is done.
The next day.
You
The
ask
next
me
day.
then.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
now is not the time to ask me. I'm going to give you a clouded judgment answer. No clarity in my heart. Okay,
That's
it's
it.
not a good idea.
But had you been with proper footwear and proper nutrition,
I think
how
I
would you
would
be-
have been okay. Nutrition wasn't the problem. I wasn't out of breath. None of that. It was just the
Okay.
muscles in my feet were just not ready for the barefoots. That's it.
So what does that mean for barefoots then? Sorry.
It means that if I am to do this again, I just need to train in the barefoots. It's not the problem with the shoe. The shoe wasn't the problem. It's my feet were not used to walking that long a
Sounds
distance.
like the shoe is the
in them.
problem.
It's not, because if I was to say my muscles weren't really the problem, it was the amount of pressure being put on them. So if you're using a muscle that hasn't been used for a long time, it doesn't mean the muscle's not incapable of the load. It's just you've overloaded it so much in a short period of time, it's not used to it.
So if we let's give it a percentage. So in your normal week, what percentage are you barefoot? What percentage are you not barefoot?
I'd say at least 70% of the week I'm barefoot.
Oh, so it's the majority.
Yeah, it is. Hence why I was like, I've been wearing these for pretty much the majority of the last year. I thought I'd be okay. But it's just because of the distance that we covered that I wasn't ready for it.
Okay, so by that logic, if you're 70%, so had you worn non-barefoot, which you only wear for 30% of the time, why would you have been okay? If you wear it for much, much less of the time.
Because it's less pressure on the bottom of your feet.
Okay, and remind me
So
why barefoot's a good thing?
imagine in normal trainers, they have shock absorbers as you walk because there's a thick layer on the bottom, which allows you to not feel it. When you're in barefoots, there's no cover. There's like a little bit of a cover, but it's made so that your feet do all the work as you walk. That's the purpose of it.
And the purpose there, what you described, is the benefit as well?
Yes, it's meant to be the benefit because it builds up the strength in your feet and the posterior chain overall. So I thought, I'm used to this now. I've worn this for the last year. I should be fine.
So you made a calculated decision.
A calculated risk.
Yeah, okay.
Nearly 363 days after the Mount Bator trek. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Didn't learn my lesson.
Sounds like a challenge is coming soon.
There you go, mate. I tried.
That's it.
I tried.
Guys,
It was fun.
You heard it here. Indy's going to do a full marathon. It's going to be a walk. Nungi pair. That's it. No issue.
Nope. I'm not doing that at
Yeah,
all. Thank you.
absolutely.
Next segment. Hello.
Where's the energy, man? Come on.
Hello. Hanji Faji. Hello.
Do that. Hanji.
Hanji Faji. There you go.
Thank you, darling. What's up, man?
Okay.
What's your question? That's
So, summer's come and gone.
is it warm though this past week for you in London?
A little bit, but summer has come and gone. Let's just call it.
I agree. But like last week, I was like, oh, okay, now I need to sleep with whatever on, and then
Nah, I still sleep topless, man.
okay,
still
you
can't do
know,
it. It's too warm.
Listen, whatever Sanj likes and wants, that's between you two, right,
It's not up to her.
Mister?
This is my own instinct.
She will
I go to
see
sleep
my barefoot
with my top on.
and my
I
bare
go to
chest.
sleep. I go to sleep with my top on. I wake
Right.
up, my top is not on. That is me instinctively taking it off in my sleep. Okay.
Or Sanj taking it off.
Why would she do that?
Come on. Her husband is one of the most famous podcasters in the UK. In the world.
Relax yourself. Man.
Okay, listen. She gets to be with that person.
Have some shame.
She gets
okay?
to be with a fashion designer, pro baller,
Have some shame.
barefoot walker.
Have some shame.
What's the shame that you're married? She wants to take your top off. She takes your top off. You got the
She doesn't. I do it to myself. Okay.
I know, it's fine. You do many things to yourself, Indy. Okay, fine. So, yeah, it is warm.
Now
though.
you want me to carry on, D? Okay.
It
all
is.
right.
It is warm. I will say it's warm though. But it's that weird
Okay.
time where you're wearing like jackets in the morning, and then afternoon comes like, oh, it's 20 degrees again. What's happening? Doesn't make any sense.
And then you put it back on to go home. See?
Yeah, you're just
Problem.
like, oh, fashion problems. Huh?
So, question is, and this has been a topic that's been going on for a while. How often should you shower a week?
Have we not
Or
discussed it?
just a day? We haven't discussed this. We didn't discuss it on air, me and you. we had a brief
okay,
chat.
Okay, I feel like
And we had a chat with a few other people about it, and they were like conflicted. So, Gordon, as a doctor,
no, it's not.
how
doctor
often
question.
should you shower?
It's not.
It is a
doctor question.
hygiene doctor question.
No, it's not. They do hygiene. As in, it's obviously got to do with hygiene, but it's not a doctor. People don't come to the hospital and ask me, how often should I have a shower?
I think you should.
No, it's not. I got better. Okay, my arm's falling off. I'm going to talk about that. And you got pain and you're having a heart attack. That's more important than how often you shower. So, my answer is daily.
Daily?
Yes, is optimal. Daily is optimal.
Okay.
Now,
And if you
my
don't?
preference. If you don't, you don't, man. Like shit gets in the way, man.
Okay.
I think there's two types of people. I'm gonna dissect it here. Okay, so the first is the differentiation between the morning showers and the evening showers. Okay, I am not a morning shower. Like I wake up in the morning, I just want to go to work, man. There's no way you get me in the shower in the morning.
I'm that
I'm
guy.
much more of a yeah, exactly. That's why we're different. But to be fair, and you're
No.
that,
I'm saying I'm the same as you guys. I do evenings.
Oh,
I
right.
don't do
Sorry,
mornings.
you're saying that. Okay, fine. Is Sandra morning shower?
Yes, that's why it works.
Okay, yeah.
Because the
both have it in
shower's free
evening.
for when the other person needs it. See,
Bro, how long do you shower for, man? Even if you both have it in the evening, 5 minutes that come, man.
still, you know your slots wide open.
Optimize your slots.
Okay.
Love it, mate. Love it.
No
And then,
pre-booking
like,
necessary.
okay. Just a little word of advice, guys. As you get older and you go on kind of staycations and holidays and things, when you're looking at places you're going to stay, let's say non-hotel, Airbnb things,
Yes.
always get your own bathroom.
Yes.
As you get older, sharing a bathroom is not a pleasant experience.
No.
Everyone does things in slightly different ways. Everyone has a
Yes.
own routine. Indy here has a very particular shit routine sequence.
It's very simple. It's not particular. It's very simple. I wake up, I have breakfast, I have my coffee, I go to the loo. It's simple. It's not complicated.
You're missing the critical bit, and Sanj can't walk in.
No one can walk in when the other person's taking number two. Have some goddamn shame.
Shut him. But the thing is, if that happens, oh my god, this volcano over here just
have some goddamn shame. Okay, that is a very
it's my
private.
me time. मेरा private time
That's a
चल रहा
very
है.
private experience.
I'm doing a podcast that काम.
I actually am on the toilet. I'm not gonna lie.
Get out. Get out.
People, whenever you see a response from me on the podcast, it's probably when I'm either commuting to work or taking a shit. So there you go. Enjoy.
Shout out to one of my friends from work, one of our consultant colleagues, Pratin and Davda, loves the podcast. And I asked him, when do you consume our content? He goes, I'm going to be honest, Jazz, so I'm taking a shit.
See?
He's the
Top
one
man.
Indy who sent that, the numbers in Punjabi and the shorthands. 100, 4, 4, 23, 13.
It's me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah. He sent that as him. So shout out to him. And I guess that's a little side question there, guys. So how do you feel about this? Because we were in Naples and this happened. Sanj walked in on her husband, Indy, just to clarify that. Okay.
Nope.
Shindy and I didn't walk in. And he got very particular about it. Whereas I don't know, did Sanj say she was okay with you walking in?
I don't think. I think we might have discussed this, but I blanked it from my memory because I never want to think about it again.
Okay. Let's assume that Sanj, me and Shindy are all on the same page, which is we can all walk on. Well, no, that's wrong. Sorry. Me and Shindy can walk in on each other, and Sanj is happy for you to walk in.
You about to say we could have walked in on you taking a shit. That's what you about to say.
Nope. Galt hai. No, Dani. But what are your thoughts on that, guys? Is it okay? Like, obviously, your partner. We're talking about your partner, not anybody else, not my mummy, daddy, not your sister, brother, no one like that. Like, I wouldn't walk in on Indy taking a shit. That would just be weird.
I feel like I'd see people in a different light, and I don't want you to see me in that moment when I'm straining for my life. Don't do that.
Yes, and I understand that for any other person, but when it's your partner,
Don't care, man. I want to smell my shits. No one else.
So is it that you feel conscious about the smell?
I think a part of it is that, but also
Or
I
is
like
it just
being
me
alone.
time? It's just load time. It's more that
No,
you just value
I
load
like
time.
being alone and dropping a shit because it's not just one wave. It's a couple waves. It's not like it's just one and then I'm done. It's like, no, I sit there for a while.
Yes, I can bear witness to that. So recently Indy came to this house. He said, yeah, buddy, I'm going to be there early, set for the party, no problem, on hand. Jo bhi kam
Was-
hove, mainu das di. So pahunch gaya, and I was like, Indy kitthe hai? I'm in the bathroom. And then I think 20 minutes had passed and I'd forgotten where he was and I was checking my signs and I went, Indy? Just outside the bathroom. He's like, yep. I was like, okay, he's still in there.
It
So,
wasn't
yes,
20 minutes. It was
I know,
10
I know.
minutes.
I
It was
know.
actually 10
It's
minutes.
still a long time. Like, think about it. Like, if you're at work and you have to take a shit.
Goran, I do this daily at work. I take a 20-minute shit.
Bloody hell, man. I was going to say, if you're in a public place and you have to shit, you
No.
can be in and out.
No,
Stopwatch, 3 minutes,
No.
bang, 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 bang.
no.
Out
no
of there,
shame,
man.
No shame. No shame. 20
तुम
minutes.
साला काम ही नहीं करता, that's why, innit? You're
I
like,
do lots of work.
okay.
I'm at my
Oh,
most
God.
efficient.
You're like 20 minutes shit हो गया, ਹੁਣ मैं lunch खाऊंगा. Oh, घंटा हो गया. Very
Mate,
good.
Keith,
पुत्र.
I am very efficient in my time. Okay. I get all my cum done.
Okay. Do you want a medal or?
I do. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to get one from me, man.
So coming back to the point,
Going
rewind a
back to
few
the point.
steps.
हाँ जी, ਦੱਸो.
The reason why I'm bringing this up is because people out there
Showering.
do not shower daily. They do not bathe daily.
Yeah.
Disgusting creatures.
But why does
You
it
know who
frustrate
you
you
are.
personally?
You know who you are.
Why does it
'Cause, Gordon,
frustrate you personally?
They could be your colleagues sitting there amongst you. You know that smell you
why?
get. You're like, yo, what's that smell?
Okay.
What's
So
that? Who's
let-
that smell?
Let's dissect that. Yes, when there's mushk, let's come back to that word. Remember, we used that in the past as well. When there's that odor and is wafting around, I agree. Now, here's my question though. would you know if somebody showered or not if they didn't have the mushk?
I don't know, but this has recently come out that people are so divided on this. It's made me think of them. Everyone is now open season suspects. You're all part of the problem. Everyone can be accused of not bathing because there's so many of us secret non-bathers out there.
But I come back to my other point. What's the point of the... All right, what's your KPI, your primary outcome from showering?
To not smell.
Right. Yeah, okay, so smell, right? So if you sat next to somebody who doesn't smell, but therefore hasn't showered, what does it matter then?
Then I'd say there's something wrong with your sweat glands, man. Go and get checked because everyone sweats.
No, okay, so you're making it so black and white. My point
It
is
is black
obviously...
and white.
No, it's not black and white.
It's
because
very black and
you
white.
can have somebody who sweats, but it doesn't lead to... There's not so much piscina that they like sweat. Like, we're coming to winter months now, and people aren't like sweating. There's no
Nuggies,
mush.
people still smell. They still smell in that way.
I'm not saying... yes, there are some people. I'm just giving you the scenario. Have you got an issue? Because your issue is only with smell. So if there's no smell problem, then there's no issue for you. Correct? That's your logic.
No, there's also hygiene as well. So if someone's
What
been
does hygiene-
touching my
what does hygiene-
mouse,
what does hygiene
touching
mean?
my desk, all that stuff, and you've not been cleaning properly, it makes me assess you in another light, which is,
Sorry.
do you even have your personal hygiene up to standards and wash your hands after you've been to the toilet?
Sorry. How are you inquiring about this?
It's a reflection on the person. That's all I'm saying.
If I come up to you on a podcast and I shake your hand, are you thinking in your head, has he washed his hand after he's done a piss? And if you are,
I'm
wait,
questioning
one second.
everyone as a suspect.
Yeah, fine. So, but how do you question? You don't actually ask them. Shower kitta?
No, but in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know.
You live a very sad life, man. Wow. That's
do.
the level you're at the moment. You might as well wear a
I do.
hazmat suit. Wear a hazmat suit. Don't touch anyone.
Tempting. It is
Sit in your room all day.
tempting,
Sit in a
Yeah,
padded
it's
cell.
tempting. It's tempting.
When did this happen?
It happened when people were sitting there professing on Twitter how they don't fucking bathe daily.
You've read it and then
in
you
the
started
winter
thinking
months.
about it.
Sorry, in the summer months. I'm like, you fucking disgusting people. Genuinely, get in the shower, man. Please, just for the sake of humanity, do it, man. My God.
You feel better? Or?
I feel a little bit better, but I need people to tell me in the comments how many times they bathe so I know what our listeners are like.
How many times they bathe? Oh, okay. You mean, okay.
How many times a week do you bathe? If the answer is 7, you've got problems.
Okay.
Or if you want to say how many times a day you shower, that's cool too. But if you say 0.5, I'm going to look at you sideways.
What's 0.5?
Once every other day.
Okay.
Come on, Gutter. Look at the mathematics, okay?
I'm just in my head. I've got this image of you at work and somebody's coming over and I can see their hand going towards something and you're like, like, that's not a happy place for you, man.
Low-key, I think about this. I think about these
You need
things.
to put a sign at work, do not touch anything. Or
Do not touch anything.
Or have you seen like in some films? I think it might be in The Office actually. Maybe Dwight does it. Have some alcohol gel, and when somebody comes over, I'm like, alcohol gel, and just give them a bit.
Spray. All
No?
good.
I'm like, "Hun gal kar milna."
I like that.
Oh wow, look, he's a bit more calm now.
I should do
So
that.
fine. So how many times do you shower? Sure.
Once a day,
And,
minimum.
no, I'm not asking. I'm asking the viewers and listeners and
Oh.
audience. So that's the question. And second thing is, guys, do you have an issue with your partner walking in when you're doing number 2?
Yes.
40, 30, that thing. No, again, the question isn't for you. We know your answers,
Oh,
Mr. Me Time, Mr. Quiet Time. Bloody
just
washing.
letting the listeners know again, so there's no chance of uncertainty.
He doesn't like tarkali beans, okay? Because it leads to a very explosive shit, which he
Yes.
can't handle.
Yes,
He takes at least 10 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes.
Yes,
10 to 20 minutes?
I do.
You said 20 actually. You did say 20, yeah.
20 here.
20 minutes at work and he's trying to waste time. And 10 minutes at my house, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Let's just throw some more masala on this, right? So, guys, at my house, in every bathroom, there is a handheld bidet which has been optimized to clean your asshole, right? Oh yes, how did I forget this? Let's talk about hygiene. Tell them, everybody, Indy. Tell everybody in the vid. How do you clean your chitter? That's how
Listen, Baji.
One of us. Game set match. Yes.
It's a game set match. I'll openly admit.
Checkmate.
I'll openly admit. I don't have a bidet.
Wait.
I'm not rich. I don't have a
No,
bidet.
no. It's not about the bidet. The question is about pani. This Salah one's gone about showering. Right. You've done your dump.
Yeah.
The Bashab has come out. There is nothing left to do. You've played on your phone. It's come to the point where you need to clean your chittar.
Get wiping, bro.
Right? What do you do? Little dry wipes, do you?
Get wiping. Yeah, 100% I do. Yeah, and what?
Salah gora na pani bhi nahi panda, lotta nahi use karta, kuch bhi nahi karta.
No, I don't do any of that.
And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Well, no, sorry, what am I saying? It's not fair enough. You should be cleaning with something a bit more gilla, right? Because you must be using a lot of paper, man, to get to that dry point.
Not gonna lie, there is quite a bit of paper.
Yeah. There's quite a bit of paper, right? You're the one bloody causing those fatbergs and clogging the drains and shit. But at my house, you had the option.
Okay.
You had, oh my God, more than one flush. You're that guy. You know, at work sometimes they have like one flush with 1 liter of water, big flush, small flush. These are like,
I'm pressing both at the same time, Pudgy. I need that supreme power flush. All right.
Do you know, I met someone once who was like,
I need the full 3 liters.
I got it on. I met someone once, right, who basically said, he was like, you know how I don't have a smell when I shit? I was like, what? He goes, every time I have a plop, flush, plop, flush, plop, flush.
Oh my God.
And I was like, do you know how much money you're wasting? Like, it's not good for the environment. He's like, yeah, but smelling on the. And I was like, okay, great for you. Right in the beat. So let's come back to the game set match.
Flop flush. It's not a game set match. I'm not used to using one. Okay. I'm literally not used to using it. So I don't ever register it's there. I just don't.
Right. The next time you come to my house, you're taking a shit. I'm going to give you food that makes you shit.
Hold it in. Basically, hold it in.
No.
Yeah.
We'll go Mr. Singh's. I'll get you that paneer ala pizza, that tandoori, that thing you don't like. You'll go for a shit. I'll send Sanjin, your missus. She'll get the spray, align it, and go pew, 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 pew. And you're going to be like, Mera bum inna saaf hai. Thank you.
This has taken a very dark turn. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's great. You started with how often do people shower, yeah?
Listen,
and now it's become,
showering and shitting are not the same.
Oh,
okay,
bro,
they're not the same.
Bro, you say people are divided about showering. Which Punjabi person do you know that doesn't use pani when they clean the bum hole? Tell me.
Quite a few.
I know you and I know Sunny. That's it. That's the only 2 people I know.
There's quite a few.
Who are you guys? Tell us, whoever's listening, and this is you, Salia. If you don't make this a reel, so we don't get like traction on this, reel banayenge, okay? I will make sure this is a reel. Do you use pani?
You will
or
make
use
sure.
dry method?
You will make sure.
I'll make
will make sure. Do you know who I fucking am? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I am the guy that runs this shit, okay? I had to grip the microphone stand then. Okay.
And all I'm going to say to that point is, listen, there's a reason why it's called the Indian Doctor Podcast. Although people we've collaborated with commonly refer to it as the Doctor and Indie show podcast.
Yeah, it's weird how they do that. I'm not going to lie. Or they call it Indian the Doctor. I'm like, oh, so he's replaceable, is he? All right, okay. Yeah, the Doctor. Okay.
Makes him happy. It doesn't sound right though. Indie Doctor sounds right.
Right, come to your confession. Go on, quick, in the interest of time.
It's a question. It's a question, not confession, bro.
Oh, I said question.
He's rattled him. I'm
in a spin cycle right now.
I love it. I forgot. I got so excited about the party. I mean, that was kind of the question anyway. All right. So I came across, finally, this bit you wanted me to say for a while. Punjabi people. It's not funny, guys, because it's a very serious thing, but we're just doing the funny of it, okay? So take this the right way. Again, this will also be a reel. Don't give us sarky comments, right? It's clearly a joke.
Yeah.
So people pass away, okay? That's not funny. It affects everybody.
Okay.
How do Punjabi people say, so when you're talking to someone, maybe you don't know that somebody's passed away, like a mutual friend or something in someone in the community. How do they say Punjabi Chindi that somebody's passed away?
I actually don't know in Punjabi. I knew the only term, which was quite horrible when I was a kid.
Okay.
Which was Mar gaya. Oh, Mar gaya. That's the one that I knew when I was a kid.
Why are you smiling?
Because I said it in my Punjabi lesson once to my Punjabi teacher, right, years ago. And she sat there and said, don't ever say those words again. That is extremely rude. I said, that's all I knew, Auntie. Sorry.
No, Randy Auntie strikes again. As in, sorry, were you saying it like you were being, oh, main mar gaya, hi, main mar gaya, like that? Or were you talking about someone who actually passed?
Someone who passed away. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you were trying to say the right thing. And technically, mar gaya means died. But it's just, again, there's some things in Punjabi which come out so harsh.
Very aggressive.
Harsh. Yeah. Because if you look at the other side of that word, a different sense, Onu mein marta, I've killed him. right?
Yeah.
Mar gaya comes from that, and it's just like a
So
dark...
marga means killed off, basically. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, no, that would be onume marwata. I've
Ooh,
had him killed.
Jesus.
Yeah, guys, these aren't terms you should use. Never use these. If you're using this, you're in
Yeah,
a very
there you
dark
go.
place, okay? You're almost where Indy is when he's not using Barney to clean his bumhole. It's just as
Thanks.
dark as that. Right,
Thanks.
so... right,
Just as
so...
dark as that. Wow. Maybe I'll bleach my asshole. How about that? Huh?
Oh, God. David. Cards Against Humanity. I'm going to play that card. Fill in the gap. When Indy doesn't use Barney to clean his bum. Yep, winning card. Yeah. Imagine in the future there's an Indian doctor version.
Oh my
Cards Against
God,
Humanity.
this guy, you
Indy.
get so
Indy.
carried away. It's
Indy.
actually too much.
And I...
Control yourself, man.
Oh, happy days. Right.
What do you
Right,
actually say, though? Tell me.
Other terms. So, Baji or sadly or... Actually, I'm not going to use the name because the name could be obviously somebody real. That wouldn't be funny. Mr. X, yeah? Hanji Baji, Mr. X, Pura ho gaya.
Pura?
Yeah. Not brown.
I thought Pura's brown.
Brown, yeah, no. Pura, slightly different pronunciation, but it means passed away. Like,
Say both of them side by side.
I can't. I get it wrong. That's a question for you, Mom. Don, Mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pura and Bura or something.
No, it's like that, but it's so you're basically saying if you translate it, it actually means like full as well. Like say someone's putting something in the glass, pura pa de, or fill it up, right? But pura in this context means pura ho gaya means like he's not filled his life, like the whole life
He's
is done.
fulfilled his life, basically, bro. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, exactly that. So pura ho gaya. Right? And then I heard some other ones which are like, it again, this is this Pinglish, right? It's Punjabi English mix again. Mr. X na, unfortunately, off ho gaya. I was like, sorry, excuse me? Ki? Off? It's not light switch. So is that okay? Was he on yesterday? Like, why would you? Oh, you know,
Plug band ho gaya. Fuse band ho gaya.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Oh, this is really dark one as well. You know, if somebody is a bit like has mental health problems, they'll be like, "Oh, that fuse ur gaya."
Shit.
Yeah.
Jesus. People say that.
Yeah, or the mag fuse ho gaya.
Fucking hell.
So
Wow, that's dark, man.
it's so insensitive. Like he's there, like problem kiya, haan, that damag fuse ho gaya, that fuse ur gaya, like gone off, right? But it's, you don't use these things, man. You're bad, naughty, okay?
Yeah.
So yeah, off. I was like, all right. And then the thing is, the first time I heard it, I had to further confirm. And so I said, I was like, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹਾਂਜੀ off ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. I was oh right, okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਉਹ ਤੁਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਗੱਡੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਨੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਠੋਕਤਾ ਹਨਾ ਤੇ ਸੈਡਲੀ ਉਹ ਐਕਸਪਾਇਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ.
Expired ho gaya.
I was like, mate, it's not dud. It's like some
The
date on
eggs
there.
have gone off.
Oh, he expired ho gaya. I was like,
Who says this? Are you making this up? Do people actually say this?
No, people have used these terms. It's like they feel, I don't know, that they're integrating more and they go, yeah, I gotta use some English and this would be the right place to use it. And it's like, no, this is where you need to be sensitive, right? Not where you get experimental. Expire ho gaya and off ho gaya. Yeah.
But why don't they say past ho gaya? That doesn't sound good, does it?
Ki ho
Let's be
gaya?
honest.
Ki ho gaya?
Past.
Passed away.
As in, people say, yeah, they passed on.
Yeah.
Or they passed.
Pass away ho gaya. Like, I've heard that.
I've not heard that one. No, I've never heard that one.
Pass away ho gaya? Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I can't think of any other ones. This isn't for passing away, but say somebody is like really cocky, right? But then they get humbled. Okay, something happens in their life that humbles them. They'll be like, oh, ਇਹਦੀ ਫੂਕ ਨਿਕਲ ਗਈ
Damn.
so that's another term for that
So as in someone just extinguished their entire flame.
yeah they were humble right he was like yo Mr. Cocky on this on
Yeah,
this and,
but
like,
why don't they say that like about someone that's passed away? That probably sounds better
ਫੂਕ
than
ਨਿਕਲ ਗਈ
expired ho gaya.
yeah ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਪੂਰਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ is the most common term
Okay.
the other one I've heard again doesn't flow whatever the story yeah Desi all my stories start with walking huh?
It's always walking in it, yeah. And you said exercise is good for you.
ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਤੇ ਇੱਕਦਮ I'll do this in a really bad way this doesn't mean what it is ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਤੇ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ did you get it
But it's gone with the birds.
no ਬਿਜਲੀ electricity lightning ਬਿਜਲੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਤੇ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਾਰਤਾ
He got struck by lightning.
you wouldn't call it ਬਿਜਲੀ but I'm just making it funny ਬਿਜਲੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਉੱਪਰੋਂ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਡੈਡ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ yeah I heard that one I'm like okay
Dead ho gaya.
yeah just
We're so literal in Punjabi. It's actually crazy.
that's what it is
We're so literal.
that's what it is yeah that's exactly what it is
There's no beating around the bush. Wow.
like that expression tera problem ki hai
What is my problem?
yeah tera problem ki hai straight
Why don't you say that to people in the hospital and see how that goes down?
yeah
Oi,
No.
Salia, tera problem kiya.
yeah and then
10 मिले ने.
no 1 2 3 4 5 6 10 ਤੱਕ ਸਾਰੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਅੰਕਲ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ
What's the biggest problem?
ਹਾਂ ਪੁੱਤ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਾਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦਾ
Back here again, are we?
we're back here again DC salute so yeah so guys have you heard of again look reiterate this point somebody passing away not funny we're just adding the funny to it how Punjabi people the thing is you're trying to have a sensitive conversation and be empathetic and then they use these words and you're just like really
Are you doing this to troll me, or are you actually saying this without understanding the true meaning behind the word?
yeah so yeah
That is the question.
there's the question and that's it
Chalo, that was
Chalo.
fantastic. Thank you. That's actually livened my day up, even though it was about death and shitting. Wow. Anyway,
who would have thought
who would have thought? Last segment. What's happening, Doctor? Dr. Saab?
I still get called that sometimes quite affectionately mainly at the Gurdwara oh Dr. Saab
Doctor?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੂੰ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ that's the key phrase ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਿਲਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ
You don't love me anymore.
there's one Baba I messed with him once and basically he'd been trolling me for years always like the same he wants to have the same conversation it's like you know that Groundhog Day which is looped
Yes.
ਪੁੱਤ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੋਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਗੋਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਲਦੇ same conversation had a long discussion arthritis sorty painkillers so one day I was like ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਲੱਤਾਂ ਕੱਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ no problem ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਪੇਨ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ he's like
Wow.
I was like you gonna ask me again no thank you bye bye
Never saw him again. He came back the next time legless. I did what you said. I did what you said.
ਮੈਂ ਘਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਵਾਈਫ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹਨਾ ਏਦਾਂ ਬਸ ਐ ਕਰਦੇ no disclaimer that didn't happen okay it's a joke joke we're going on holiday
People would have seen on Snapchat by now. Snapchat? Wow, I haven't said that word in a while.
Yep.
Instagram stories now.
Yep. Nice cheeky little staycation, reminiscing what we did in lockdown, which was our first staycation where Indy burnt my jacket. We played Monopoly till 3 o'clock in the morning, went on really long walks. It was the wettest day of the year.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Can you bring Monopoly again this time?
If we have it, yes. I will bring. I've got something else.
You have it. You have it. I haven't got it.
Okay. I've got something else which I think will be good. I picked it up in Dubai. I told you those conversation cards.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to bringing
Pick those up as well. Let's have at it.
We're doing podcast stuff as well, so excited about that.
We will. We'll come back with some slight tweaks to the podcast that people might notice or might not notice.
That's it. Indy's being replaced, so yeah. That's why it's like no.
Yeah, sure.
He's
Sure.
behind the
Let's go with that.
scenes now. He's fully
Let's go with
behind the
that.
scenes. AI
with
Indy
that.
will come to the podcast while he'll be editing on the site.
Bang.
I think AI Indy would be really good, you know. I think he'd get you spot on. How fun was it yesterday? So guys, we had a call with someone we're going to collab with soon, which you'll see. And the person asked us what we often get asked, which is, oh, why did you start the podcast? And so yesterday, Indy and I answered each other's parts. But not only the answer, we did the acting. And I have to say,
Yes.
Indy, you're acting. And I think it's definitely because Medex days as well. Like, there's something about Indy which you have to know, guys. He just remembers everything about everything. It's not particularly useful stuff. And the
It's
thing
not
is,
useful. This
it's
is the
not
thing.
all-
I wish
yeah.
I could remember this much stuff about work. Like
he does
something
remember.
that I need to remember, I should remember, but I don't.
Yeah. And then he'll bring it out when you don't even expect it. Like, I don't know if you know that bit you sent me about the NLP monster, which you sent offline,
Yes.
and the love languages. Was that in the podcast? Or was that not in the podcast?
That was in like a recording that we did for someone else. And I sent that to you
Oh, it
as
was
a clip
okay.
behind the scenes because I was editing. And I was like, here you go.
But there you go. And he's like, you said this, and you know, he can reference everything I've said when I said it, the context I said it. It's just indie, man. And the same guy then worries about, like, how do you have the headspace? Remember all that stuff, and then you worry about, have you washed your hands when they come touch your mouth? Like, I don't get it. I don't know how you can do both things. Plus, then you have memes that run in your head, kind of on.
Do you know what got
like,
him right?
How does your head
The
work?
sooner I have a test for ADHD, the better my life will become.
Wow.
I'm sure I have. I'm fucking sure I have it.
Really?
Honestly. I'm sure I do, man. I have a very restless mind, and when I have something in my head that I need to do, it will bug me until I've done it, or until the next important thing comes along and whacks it out the way. It's like, no, this one now.
But is that the case?
That's
for most
how I am.
It's the case for a lot of people.
I don't know.
You get hyper focused, do you?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I find it really hard to focus because I'm very
do you ever
scattered.
find it hard to focus on things you enjoy though?
Occasionally.
Podcast stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I do struggle. I'm like,
In states of optimal nutrition, sleep, and health.
Sometimes I'm like, ooh.
Shall
Then when I get the ball rolling on a little bit, I'm
momentum.
like,
Okay.
Now it's going.
Okay.
And then it starts.
Yeah.
But then if I get stopped,
Right.
I find it really hard to pick it back up again after I'm on the trajectory of the hard thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember we did the brainstorming at your flat for the collab we were doing? And it was like, and he's like, oh no, this is so vague what you're saying. And then like an hour and a half later, we have all the brilliant ideas. Remember?
When did I say this, Gado?
That I remember. I was like, oh yeah, let's just ask ChatGPT, you know, for some help. He's like, no, it's not going to be specific to us, is it?
It's true.
Come on, Goran. You can do better than that.
That's what I was saying. You can do better than that.
Yeah.
Be
And
original.
then,
Okay.
Oh, here we go. And then we did, and then you know it was all good. But hyper focus, right? Went deep, and then got momentum. Same thing you said
I
about
have it at
walking
some
as well.
points.
You don't want to stop.
True.
Yeah, you don't want to stop podcast. Mate, what? When you just live podcast, 24-hour podcast, Garland, you know, it's live, Garland.
I could do. You just get bored of me. That's all.
You'd have to eat a lot and shit, and well, they'd have to see you shitting, wouldn't they? So that wouldn't sit well with you, would it?
Come along with me whilst I take a deuce.
Okay, so Indy's OnlyFans page has been launched. That's the foundation stone.
I'm gonna wrap this up
Indy,
real
take a
quick.
shit. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Go on then.
Number one, it was my anniversary yesterday.
It was
My 2-year wedding anniversary.
You officially been added to my Google Calendar now. So forevermore, till the end of our days, is there? And the thing is, I have a lot of things in my calendar, right? Like I've got all your birthdays and everything. So an anniversary, from my point of view, isn't that? I don't care.
It's not that important. No, it's not. It's not. It's just me and Sanj post like one picture that people haven't seen every year, just to like, you know, sprinkle it in a little bit.
People guess. Yeah.
Keep the people active. They're like, oh, I haven't seen that picture. Oh, I haven't seen that picture.
No. It's more like, yes, we're still married. Yeah, we're still happy. Yeah, they're still together. I know he spends all his time podcasting. When does he spend time with Sanj? He always locks her up in the room.
Yeah.
They're still happy. Here we go.
But we,
Anji.
you know, the year 2 is cotton. I'm going to hide this under the table. I'm going to show you the outcome. Yeah. Year 2 is cotton.
I don't know what you're
for the
referencing.
presents.
I didn't know that. I didn't know this thing. What's
So you know, every year you have a separate type of present you got to give someone. Yeah.
No, we don't do that.
Cotton.
What's
Me and
first
Sanj
year?
don't normally do it.
What's first year?
Last year was paper.
Right.
This year is cotton.
Okay.
At 8:30 yesterday, as we're eating, Sanj said, I got a present for you. So okay. And she said, I'm gonna make it for you now. It's like, all right. And then this is what you're about to see that she made. Okay. I'll put it to the camera. Wait for it to get in focus. Can you see that? Oh, wait there. Let me just hold this up.
Right. Happy 2nd anniversary. Is it in the sheep?
Yeah.
Right. Really good. Lots of love. SpongeBob?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Dio pants.
Deer pants. It's a sheep.
But what I want people to appreciate is
Cotton
the
wool.
effort that went into this. Look
It's
at
a
this.
three.
It's 3D.
3D. I was about to say it's a 3D image.
3D.
Just art coming out the page of a sheep.
My wife is available for bookings if anybody wants her artwork. Please shout to me. Thank you.
Okay. What did you give her?
Or card design. Huh?
What did you give her?
Nothing.
Yeah, good. That's right, Indy. Let's set the expectation low. अगले साल तेनू कुछ नहीं मिलना हुन, okay? इस साल कुछ नहीं मिलिया, तेनू अगली साल नहीं कुछ मिलना. तेरा birthday हुने होया, I took you out for your birthday, बस कर हुन. That's what you said, Indy.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
But in that, I was like, oh, shit, okay. I didn't get her anything. However, there is no expectation for gifts. It was just a little quick one she did in the flat. She had a bunch of cotton wool, stuck it together, and look at the outcome.
Did you two know about this before getting married, this tradition thing? First time I've heard of it. Okay.
Yes.
And then did you talk about doing it?
The whole, like, each year has a different meaning and all that stuff. Yeah, I heard about that.
So what does the cotton wool signify?
It's just cotton. Cotton is like the theme of the presents. It should be cotton based.
Okay, what does it signify then?
Shall I read them out to you? Here, okay.
No, just literally not. I don't want to hear the rest. Just say, what does the cotton signify? I want to understand why it's cotton.
Doctor, I don't make the rules.
I know. That's what I'm asking you, innit? Well, you don't have to live by the rule. You're choosing to live by the rule. There's a difference.
Okay.
Give me the meaning. Let's see.
Are you ready, yeah?
Ready. Yeah. Why cotton?
Year 1, paper. Year 2, cotton. I've clicked on cotton. Let's see what it gives me. It is now crashed. Okay, cotton. What to give? What to write? It doesn't say why.
Did you Google why?
No.
Okay, guys, do the research. Oh, God.
Gone. Die in peace. Die in peace. Gone. Uchi into the mic. Thank you.
So guys, do the research, please. And come back to us. Why cotton? What does it signify? Do you follow these traditions? And that.
Anyway, year 1, paper. Year 2, cotton. Year 3, leather. Year 4, fruit or flowers. Year 5, wood. Year 6, candy or iron. That's weird. Year 7, wool or cotton. Year 8, pottery or bronze. Year 9, willow or pottery. Year 10, tin or aluminum.
Okay.
And then just
pause. Yeah. So what does that number go up to? Are you reading out?
It goes up to 50, mate. No, it goes up to 60.
Very good. We're not reading those out. So guys, if you want to look at it, I found
it seems quite made up, to be honest. But yeah.
An excellent little book lying about when I was clearing out our library.
Lovely.
The Husband. I thought I'd just read a few choice things out, Indy. What do you think?
Go for it.
Right, okay. I thought this was great. I showed this one to Shindy, right? I'll show you the image first, Indy. And everyone, just get on YouTube, Salil. Unless you're driving, don't go on YouTube if you're driving, okay? Listen to Spotify, then go home and then go to this point and then look at it. Right, what can you see, Indy?
Steps.
Lovely. You can see the steps, right? So I showed this to Shindy. She didn't get it straight away. And it was really funny because this is actually speaking to Shindy. The husband knows many things. For example, he knows how many stairs there are in case he arrives home unable to see them properly.
That's true.
Right, but what is the point of the message of that?
Unable to see them properly. What, the stairs?
Yeah. Why would he not be able to? The stairs? No.
He's, huh?
Right, you can see the stairs, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll read it again. See, you had the same reaction as bloody Shindy. You and Shindy are the same. The husband knows many things. For example, he knows how many stairs there are in case he arrives home unable to see them properly. Why can he not see the stairs? No.
I feel fucking thick. Okay, what's going on?
Gund. Shit everywhere. Bloody mess. That's the point here. It's on the next page, yeah. So he knows exactly. I was like, I can't see the stairs because there's shit and gone everywhere. Okay, so I said, I said Shindy. I was
That
like,
is such a reach of a joke.
yeah,
But yeah.
that's good. It's good. Good joke.
Geezer, hurry up.
This is good. Jimbo works hard all week and only has a few hours at the weekend to spend with his family. He spends these hours watching sport.
Yes. Yes.
It's
We
true,
all do
isn't
it.
It's true. Look at how happy he is.
Jesus.
Right, let's get another one. This book
He's
is
been
excellent, man.
uninterrupted, that's why.
It's so funny. Right, have a look at the image.
Okay.
Okay.
That looks like Bande reading in a bunker.
Okay, some of them playing patte and one's reading a book. Tika. The husband finds it difficult to express his feelings. So at this men's talking therapy group, husbands are encouraged to open up. 3 of the husbands are playing poker, and one of them is reading a book about ghosts. They are not talking.
Yeah.
It's so good, isn't it?
Geez, I need to wrap this up. But
Okay, guys,
I've got
get
one
the
last
book.
thing.
That's
I've got one last thing to tell people. Yeah. If you want a life hack for premium meal, go to M&S, get a dime for 2.
Yeah.
Get that, take it home. It is restaurant grade food that you make at your home.
the 12
But
quid
better
thing.
than restaurant
The
grade
10 quid
food.
thing, the 12 thing.
It's like £15.
It's a main, a dessert, a side, a drink.
Yeah,
Something
we
is
were
like-
meant to get that, but the only one available was Indian. I'm not having Indian food on my anniversary. So there you go. We made our own little one. Cost us 13 quid. And it was great. It was lasagna, it was pizza and dough balls. Done. In the oven, happy days. Came out fantastic. Very happy. Life hack, check it out. People, got to wrap it up there. Catch you next week. Goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here. And don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.